Good morning folks, welcome to plot 1D. I thought I'd do a little quick video because I'm putting in my parsnips and my carrots. I've built, I can't remember whether this was in the last video or not, I don't think it was, but I've built myself a little sort of mini polytunnel to go over this first bed. It's propped up right at the moment. I'll come round here so that you can see. It's just my greenhouse was absolutely rammed, so it's just so that I could bring my brassicas down, which they've been touched a little bit with frost, one or two of them, but majority of them are absolutely fine. I've got some spring onions and some lettuces in. I'm going to put some pak choy into there. I'm doing the pak choy for small leaves, for salad leaves. I'm not going to let them grow into full like Chinese cabbage type things. I'm going to get these cabbages out. So basically all it is, I'll try and do this one-handed. It's hinged at the back. On a night, I'll just put this down. On a night I just lay the piece of wood down there like that, let it go down, and it just leaves a little bit of a gap. And we've had some frost, and I think by doing that little gap, that's what's let it in and just nip at them brassicas. But to be honest, everything else in there is absolutely fine. So that literally will fit any of these beds, any of these 6 beds. That one will fit because they're all the same. I've also made myself a little hooped frame. I'm trying to lift it up without, and it's just made out of slate lat and some little hoops, and it's just to protect these beetroot. I just wanted to get some beetroot in early. Now I've put some really cheap nasty fleece over it just to protect them. It is actually covered in netting. I don't know if you can see through, I don't know if it'll show up or not, but if you can just see through, there is actually some mesh, there's some netting around here. The sparrows, starlings, whatever, eat the bloody beetroot leaves. The little birds eat the leaves off the beetroot, so I have to cover them. So I've made one of them. Like I say, in another week or two, I'll just pull that fleece off. I've just tacked the fleece on with a few staples down each side where the mesh is on properly. So just a few little things there. The garlic, this is elephant garlic, coming on nicely, just steadily away. Strawberries coming on really well. I top dressed them with some manure, well rotted excuse me, compost and manure. The clematis is romping on, so it's only its 2nd year, you know, in there. Well, actually it's its 1st year in there. I put it in there last year, so that's romping on. I've put on some good stainless steel wire with tensioners on here for the blackberries, the thornless blackberries, because them plastic coated wires are a bit crap. I couldn't tension it, so I've tied these in. I've had to cut this back because a lot of it went through the fence. I were a bit lax. The bottom one I've cut down to 2 main leaders, one that goes all the way across there, one that goes up back there and all the way across, and then there's one there that goes along that wire. So hopefully they've got hold, and they now will sort of go mad and grow well. This bed is ready. It's going to get some more strawberries in. I saved strawberry runners from them strawberries last year. The little apple tree is tied in. I've put some canes on and starting the framework. The manure bin is full. That's rotting down. These are bags of compost from the side of the road. I've actually found a few more. I'm just going to leave them in there and let all the roots, the wet through, I'm just going to let them rot down, and then at the end of the year I'll just put it through my sieve. Raspberries doing well. It's ticking over, tied in. What I've done with my summer raspberries is all the canes from this year are tied in on this side of the wires. So then whatever grows up new, I come round this year, the canes that grow this year, I'll tie them to this side of the wire. So then I know what canes I'm cutting off at the end of, in the beginning of next year. So the old canes, I know they're quite easily to tell the difference because these are all woody, but it's just easier if I have 1 year's growth at one side and then the next year's growth at the other side, and I'll keep swapping them. The gooseberry coming on, it's got some little flowers, quite a few, not as many as I'd have liked, but we'll see. The raspberries, unfortunately, the raspberries are taking a bit of a beating. Nellie's running around chasing balls. I might have to put some up to stop her trampling on them. She's pretty good, but she is a bit loony. So these are the second year of these Joan J. Now I reckon I've lost two. I reckon I've lost 2 canes because I have a big gap there and I have a big gap there. They'll soon spread. Within a few years they'll soon spread, so I'm not concerned. I finished putting my supports on for my tayberry. I've put the top wire in. I don't know if you remember, I'd done up to here. I've put another one in and I've tied them in, so they are fully tied in now. Now tayberries fruit on last year's wood, so this is all last year's wood, and all these little sprouts here are where the fruit will come. So it's looking alright. I should get a bit. It's same again, it's only its second year. This is last year's growth. I put it in the year before, took a bit late, so it's coming fine. I'm happy. My rhubarb is coming on. I'm going to give that a drown today. I'm going to drown these 2 rhubarb crowns. Loads of water. We're not going to get no more frost now, it says, so at least for a few weeks anyway. So parsnips, right, basically what I've done with these is I've got a great big metal bar. I've poked it down about a foot and I've just wiggled it round and round to make a cone shaped hole, make a big parsnip shaped hole basically. And I've filled them with sieved, really good sieved compost, so they're ready to go. I will put 3 or 4 seeds. I'm just basically, this year I'm using Gladiator. I always use Gladiator, to be honest. Didn't grow any last year and I've really missed them this winter, really missed them. So I'm going to do a little experiment. I won't say I'm short of room, but I'm not going to be able to grow everything I want to grow because there's a lot of things I would like to grow. So what I'm going to do is I want more parsnips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 18. I can count. Yay! As long as I can use my fingers and toes. There's 18 parsnips holes there, which I want more, but I need the rest of that bed, and I need everywhere else. So what I'm going to do is, these parsnips are going in now. Then end of June, July, when I take out my shallots, my banana shallots, or when I get some room, enough room to do another 3 rows, which, like I say, it'll probably be about June. It might be when the elephant garlic come out. It'll probably be about June, early July. I'm going to put some more parsnips in. Now, everybody will say, oh, it's too late, it's too late. The thing is, I don't mind if they're small, you know, but I want more than 18 parsnips, but I haven't got the room. So, excuse me, my carrot box. So my carrot box is ready. Let me come around this side. Sweet candle F1, sweet candle is what I always grow. I did show them, I used to show, but now it's just for eating, to be honest. So 4-inch apart, 6-inch apart rows. I've just dibbed the holes. Excuse me. So this compost, it came out, so it's a mixture of compost, soil and river sand, and it's been put through a sieve, 4 or 5 mil sieve, all of it. Last year I had some really good carrots, and I tipped it all out over there and spread it all out so the winter could get to it, wash out any nasties, the bird could pick out any nasties. And all I've done is, as I've put it back, I've sieved in another couple of bags of compost. Just basic, it's a peat-based compost, just a basic peat-based compost that I got from Garden Centre, not the Morrison's one. The Morrison's stuff is cracking, but it's based on a lot of wood and a lot of household stuff, and so my carrots, I want it to be a bit better stuff. So this is what I'll do every year. I will hike it out, let the winter get to it, and then just put a couple of bags back in to revitalise. I'm not going to start coring out sand, and this is fine. It's done now. I'm going to build another one. So this bed's ready to go. My little plum tree, plenty of flowers on it for the size it is, so I'm happy with that. Me spring cabbage, they're a bit long, but their leaves are starting to grow now, so I should get some greens out of them. My collies, a bit crap really, to be honest. They've got little heads on them. That one's blown, I'll have to take that out. It's got a little tiny head on it. I'm just not right enamoured with overwintering brassicas. I don't do very well. I don't know what it is I do wrong. I protected them. I don't know. I think it'd be a bit crap at that. So this bed's still covered. I've started getting these beds ready. These are my onion beds. This one is going to be for my big onions. I've got some big mammoth onions and some Spanish onions. Jeff Foreman was really kind enough to send me some seed of some big onions, so I've had them in. I was a bit late getting them in, but they're up in greenhouse. That one's still covered in bloody bark chippings. All my spuds are in, all of them. I just cracked on and got them all in. I just needed to get them done, so they're all in, done. Manure around them, so I've got an extra manure bed, if you like, compost bin. My little tulips are starting to come through. My strawberries are doing well. This is really nice for people, is this, to see the difference. Oh, hang on a minute. This is what you need on an allotment. This is the most important thing on an allotment: chocolate biscuits and tea. Hang on a minute. Proper Yorkshire tea, that's how you drink tea. Slurp it up. Anyway, I digress, sorry. So this is my allotment, all raised beds, all what I would call a modern way of doing growing veg, you know. And then my neighbour is traditional, 100% traditional. Winter digs, leaves it all, and then, as you can see by there, he's started to break it down, ready for his first crops. It's really nice to have this next to me, because it's traditional, and I do like seeing what he's growing. I do like to see what he's doing. I can't dig. I just can't do the digging, unfortunately. I just can't do the digging. Health-wise, there's not much I can do about it. But to be honest, I don't like digging. I like the fact that it takes me 5 minutes to weed a bed, sometimes 10 minutes to weed the whole allotment. So, you know, I like it this way. So, bad news. Another week and my little buddies are gone. The lambs have only just turned up 2 weeks ago, and it's been kicked off at the end of April. So in a very short time, Whitelocks will be in, doing all the civil engineering, doing all the drains and the roadways, and this will all be houses. Yeah. All the way up to the top there, and all the way down to the bottom. That's just greed. It's just greed. It's horrible down there. It's boggy. You're right next to the train, trying all year long, all days, toot toot toot, on a weekend. It'll drive them mental, but I don't mind it, because I can go away from it, but I won't want to live here. Right, pond coming on nicely. Compost bins, leaf mould bin full. Compost bin's pretty full actually. And this one is this year's. That's well rotted and on its way. I've been using it. I've hardly any of that left. So same again, shed, no different. Just tidied up a little bit. Going through all my seeds. So folks, just back to the the money shot again. Definitely. Tea and biscuits. Has to have it. So, really appreciate, and I know I say it every time, but I really appreciate the comments. I really appreciate people following me. I don't know why you do, because I'm not interested. I don't show you how I actually do anything. I don't make how-to videos, really. But it's nice to have a video log from me, and I do love looking at other people's videos. I have started watching a few new young YouTube allotment gardeners. I'm gonna basically do a couple of shout outs next time. I'll write the titles down of the channels and stuff. Spencer's one of them. Just really young people growing, and they're really enthusiastic, you know, so I'm gonna do a shout out next time to a few. So thank you very much, and say goodbye to green fields and all my little buddies. Please like, dislike if you don't like, I don't care. Bye bye for now.